Friends, have you ever felt a longing for something more in life? A yearning that goes beyond the daily grind and the routine of everyday existence? A deeper purpose, a greater sense of fulfillment? Perhaps you found yourself wondering if there's more to life than just going through the motions. I believe we all have that desire within us, a longing for our lives to have true meaning. It's a universal feeling, one that transcends cultures and backgrounds. The good news is that this desire is not in vain. It's a sign that we are meant for something greater, something extraordinary. There's a way to tap into the extraordinary life you were created for, a life overflowing with purpose, joy, and abundance. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of excitement and anticipation, knowing that your life has a significant impact. It's simpler than you might think, yet incredibly powerful. The path to this transformed life is accessible to everyone, regardless of where you are right now. In the Bible, in the book of Matthew, Jesus gives us a profound principle that has the power to transform our lives from the inside out. This principle is not just a religious concept, it's a timeless truth that can guide us in every aspect of our lives. He says in Matthew chapter 6 verse 33, "But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you." This verse is a beacon of hope, a promise that when we prioritize our spiritual well-being, everything else falls into place. This verse holds the key to unlocking a life of true fulfillment, a life that reflects the very best God has for us. It's an invitation to shift our focus from the temporary to the eternal, from the mundane to the miraculous. Over the next few moments, we're going to unpack this incredible verse together. We'll delve into its meaning and explore how it can be applied in our daily lives. We'll explore what it means to seek first the kingdom of God, and how embracing this principle can revolutionize every area of your life. From your relationships to your career, from your personal growth to your sense of peace and contentment, get ready to embark on a journey toward a life transformed. This journey is not just about changing our circumstances, but about changing our hearts and minds, aligning them with the divine purpose we were created for. Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. Let's break down this powerful statement, piece by piece. What does it truly mean to seek first the kingdom of God? How do we incorporate this into our daily lives? To seek means to earnestly desire, to pursue with passion and commitment. It involves a deep, heartfelt longing that drives us to action. It's not a passive wish or a fleeting thought, it's an active, intentional pursuit. It's about dedicating time, energy, and resources to this quest. But what are we called to seek first? The kingdom of God. This kingdom is not just a concept, it's a reality that we can experience here and now. This isn't about a physical location or a far-off place in the sky, it's about a spiritual realm where God's presence and authority are acknowledged and revered. The kingdom of God is about his rule and reign in our hearts and lives. It's about surrendering our own desires and ambitions to embrace his divine plan. It's about aligning ourselves with his will, his purposes, and his values. This alignment transforms our actions, our decisions, and our interactions with others. And what is his righteousness? Righteousness is more than just moral behavior. It's about living in harmony with God's standards. Righteousness speaks of living in right relationship with God, walking in his ways, and embodying his principles in every aspect of our lives, and reflecting his character in our thoughts, words, and actions. It's about being a living testimony of his love and grace. This verse is a call to prioritize God above everything else. It challenges us to examine our priorities and make conscious choices that honor him. It's about putting him first, above our careers, our ambitions, and even our relationships, making him the center of our lives, the foundation upon which everything else is built, and allowing his love, grace, and power to flow through us. When we seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, we open ourselves to a life of purpose, peace, and profound fulfillment. You might be thinking, Joel, this sounds amazing, but how do I actually do that? How do I seek God's kingdom in my everyday life? The beautiful thing is that God has made it accessible to everyone, regardless of your background, your past, or your current circumstances. Seeking God's kingdom starts with a simple decision, a choice to put him first in everything you do. It's about inviting him into your day, talking to him in prayer, reading his word, and listening for his guidance. It's about making choices that align with his principles, showing love and kindness to others, and allowing his light to shine through you. It's about trusting in his goodness, even when life gets tough. So, how do we translate this incredible principle into our daily lives? How do we move from simply hearing these words to truly living them out? It begins with small, consistent steps. Start your day by acknowledging God's presence. Take a few moments to be still, to breathe, and to thank Him for His faithfulness. As you go about your day, invite Him into your conversations, your work, your relationships. Look for opportunities to be a blessing to others. Offer a helping hand, a listening ear, a word of encouragement. Let your actions reflect the love and grace of God. Section 5, Trust and Provision, God's Unfailing Promise. In this section we delve into the profound assurance that God offers to those who place their trust in Him. It's a promise that transcends time and circumstance, a beacon of hope in a world often filled with uncertainty. Now here's the amazing part. This promise isn't just a vague notion or an abstract idea, it's a tangible reality that we can experience in our daily lives. It's about seeing the hand of God at work in the little things and the big things alike. When we seek first the kingdom of God, when we align our hearts and minds with His will, something incredible happens. When we make Him our top priority, we open ourselves up to His blessings and His guidance. It's about putting our faith into action and trusting that He knows what's best for us. Jesus promises that all these things shall be added to you. What are these things? They are the essentials of life, the things we often worry about. He's talking about our needs, provision, protection, the very things that sustain us, guidance, and so much more. It's about having a sense of direction and purpose, knowing that we are not alone in our journey. This doesn't mean we won't face challenges. Life is full of ups and downs, and we will encounter obstacles along the way, or that life will always be easy. There will be storms, there will be trials, but we are not left to face them on our own. But it does mean that we can face those challenges with confidence, with a sense of peace that comes from knowing we are under His care, knowing that God is with us every step of the way. His presence is a constant source of comfort and strength. It means that we can trust Him to provide for us, to guide our steps, and to lead us through even the most difficult times, and to work all things together for our good. This is the essence of His unfailing promise. When we put God first, we are aligning ourselves with His divine plan. We're not doing it out of obligation or fear. It's a response to His love and faithfulness. We're doing it out of love and trust, knowing that He is faithful to His promises. And in that trust we find peace, joy, and the assurance that His promises are true and everlasting. Section 6, The Joy of Seeking Abundant Life Now. One of the most beautiful things about seeking God's kingdom is that it brings joy into our lives. When we align ourselves with His will, we tap into a wellspring of joy that the world can't offer and can't take away. It's a joy that transcends circumstances, a joy that sustains us through difficult times, and a joy that spills over into every area of our lives. When we're living in the center of God's will, we experience a sense of peace, purpose, and fulfillment that's truly life-changing. We discover that true joy isn't found in chasing after things or accomplishments. It's found in a deep, abiding relationship with our Creator, the one who knows us best and loves us most. Section 7. Embracing the Transformation, A New Perspective. Seeking first the kingdom of God isn't just about checking things off a to-do list. It's about allowing God to transform our hearts and minds from the inside out. It's about seeing ourselves and the world around us through the lens of His love and grace. When we make this shift in perspective, our priorities begin to change. We start to value the things that God values: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. We become more compassionate, more forgiving, and more eager to extend grace to others. We begin to see the world as a canvas for God's love, a place where we can make a difference by reflecting His light and sharing His hope. Section 8. Extending the Kingdom, Sharing the Love. As we experience the transformative power of seeking God's kingdom, we're naturally compelled to share that love with others. We become ambassadors of His grace, sharing His message of hope and healing with a world that desperately needs it. This doesn't mean we have to become preachers or evangelists, although some of us are called to do just that. It simply means that we live our lives in a way that reflects God's love, that we let our light shine brightly, and that we look for opportunities to be a blessing to those around us. We can extend God's kingdom through acts of kindness, words of encouragement, and by simply being a friend to those who are hurting. We can make a difference in the lives of others by sharing God's love in practical, tangible ways. Section 9. Your journey begins today. Seek and you shall find. Friends, the journey of seeking first the kingdom of God is an adventure, a lifelong pursuit of knowing Him more and more each day. It's a journey filled with incredible blessings, unexpected joys, and the unwavering assurance that we're never alone. If you're longing for more in your life, if you're searching for true fulfillment and purpose, I encourage you to take this verse to heart. Make the decision today to seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness. Start by spending time with Him in prayer, by reading His Word, and by surrounding yourself with people who will encourage you in your faith. As you do, you'll discover the incredible truth of Matthew 6:33, that when you put God first, everything else falls into place. Your life will never be the same.